Good morning, my friends. It's Monday, and I feel like it was one of those contemplative weekends. Did you guys get that? Just stuff coming
Not
up.
sure I remember the weekend. Yeah, it was one of those weekends where I just there were certain things I wanted to do, and I got it done. Yesterday I had a field trip, so I was happy. I went to Costco for the first time in I don't know how many months, and because the roads haven't been safe, so I'm kind of like locked out of my Costco fix, you know.
I'm glad you got your Costco fix.
Boy, did I! Oh, they had a 3-piece yoga bolster set, 3 different kinds of pillows for like 60 something dollars, and online they're 130.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's a good deal.
Yeah, and I saw them carrying back a wedge, and that would like really help me get up and down off the ground, because I struggle when I have to think about getting down on my knees.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, we'll chat about that later.
okay.
So tell me how you guys are doing. Quick check-in. How are you, Jeannie?
I've been meaning to call you because I need help. I don't know why, but something happened to my knee, and I didn't injure it, but something happened, and I just keep like I'm not able to go for my walks or anything, because every time I do, it just keeps like it kind of swells a little bit, and I don't ever have joint pain or anything like that. So I keep looking it up, and I thought I need Kim to go through it with me. So if you have time to do stuff.
Well, structurally, like, have you muscle tested? Does it feel structural? Does it feel emotional? Does it feel physiological? Right. Huh?
Is a structural, emotional, or what?
Physiological.
Oh, is it structural?
You tell the difference.
Well, physiological would be like you have inflammation from something you're eating, or like the chemistry is off, that's causing more mucus and inflammation. And then structural, because the knee, it sits between 2 joints. So there's the ankle. And I think it's probably something to do with Jeannie's foot that's throwing it off. So all those little strings that hold the knee are pulling.
I just muscle tested it.
It's structural?
Yeah, it's structural, and it says and physiological, which is, I mean, and I have been taking deep blue, polyphenols more to help. But I tell you, I'm eating like a no inflammation diet, but maybe there's something that I'm eating that is just one more tweaking. But how did you know about my foot? It was my foot. So years ago, I cracked like on my ankle a little bit, like I just went like that, but I never did anything about it. And I was always fine but right in the indent that's right next to the ball on your ankle, right at the indent down towards your foot, if I was having inflammation, it always inflames right there if I ate something that my body didn't like. And anyway, and so when I'd eat really well, there'd be no inflammation. But I was out on a walk, and I feel like because I'm super nutritioning my body right now, that it wants to go back and heal that. That's what it felt like. Yeah. And so I was out on a walk, and it went like a couple of weeks ago. And then the next day my knee hurt badly.
Yeah. It's, it's like the knee bone's connected to the other end.
So what do I do about that then?
We're going to you have to come to class tomorrow. We're going to do the feet, remember?
Okay. Oh, wait, it's on Tuesday. Okay, I can come tomorrow.
Yeah. And then I would be doing, what oils are you putting? I would say turmeric, aroma touch. What's the other one that I feel I should probably grab my little muscle tester. I have this seriously cutest little muscle tester. It's made out of Bosu wood. and it's got a little crystal on the inside. So the wood, you know how like when you hug a tree, it helps to draw the negative energy, and then it processes it back through all of the layers of the earth, you know?
Mhm.
That's its
Yeah.
job. So having wood as a dowel makes
Yeah.
it keep your muscle testing clear, so that the crystal or the stone doesn't pick up on stuff and then start not giving you correct answers.
Yeah.
I'll grab it. You guys you'll want to see it. It's really cute.
Okay. I want to see it.
I've been gifted many of these.
Ooh, how
This
pretty.
one, I think it comes from Deborah King's website. So if you look up Deborah King, she's the one that she does the chakra balancing, but hers are hers go beyond, from the 8th chakra to beyond, to the source, back to your higher power. But this one, the energy of it is so clean, and it just feels like, see the point? It just makes it so easy to get answers.
Yeah.
So I can send you guys the link for Deborah King. She's amazing. But if you like how Jeannie's having this quandary of like, what is it? And you need kind of an external answer. That's a good way to do it,
How I feel.
of asking a question. Shannon, have you ever done it? Muscle testing?
No.
Okay, so I'll show you real quick. So what I do, so you kind of have to get grounded. So you put your feet on the ground, and how I do it is I think about the plants around me. Like, I know there's a palm tree out there. There's a desert willow to the left. And I think about the roots and how they go down. And then I'm like there with them. Like, can you imagine the plants closest to you right now?
Oh.
And you instantly drop in. You're like, oh yeah.
Mhm.
So then now you're connected to the earth, right? Your energy is going to be able to go leave your body and go through your feet and go into those root systems, and your body, the earth is going to take care of it for you. That's its job. It wants to do that.
Mhm.
And then the next thing is that this is the time where you sit and you go, okay, I'm going to connect, and I'm going to pray, and I'm going to allow the love of my higher power to drip through me. That's how I feel, you know, my higher power is, I think of how much love, how much he loves me. And then that's how I know I'm connected. I'm like, I'm so special. That's how I do it. So, and then I go to ask a question. So if I go, you have to ask something that you know the answer to, so that you can trust it. So if I say, is my name Kim? Then it'll start to move forward and back, which it is. If I say, my name is John, it just automatically starts to go left to right. And I'm not doing anything, I'm just waiting.
It's like a divining rod, like
Yeah.
they used to do to find water. It's the same kind of thing.
I've had a lot of people like, they look at me like, no. And I'm like, well, it's not gonna work for you then.
Well,
You have to do it a different way.
I just think of it as muscle testing, and I'm not really good with muscle testing using my hands, but I started doing a pendulum and it worked for me. So it's the same thing, kinesiology, muscle testing.
The other way, the one that I started with that gave me the most bang for my buck as far as a belief system, and I've taught it to people, it doesn't work for people that have vertigo. So don't teach someone with vertigo.
Oh yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll move my thing so you see what I'm doing. So I'll just stand there, and you can't wear high heels. It's better if you're not wearing any shoes. And I put my hands over my heart, and I'll say, okay, my name is Kim, and my body will automatically move forward. So if you guys want to stand up and just try it, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So
I've done
I'll
it.
just you say, make a true statement. Make sure you're not wearing shoes. I'll take a breath. Okay. I live in Hesperia, California. And my body moves forward. And if I can say a false statement, my name is John, my body will automatically shift back. So that is the general way. No is back, forward is yes. I have met people that have an opposite polarity. So if I notice with them that they're getting wrong, weird answers, that the thing is they're not grounded. So you have to stop and go, okay, now you have to think about the trees around you, and you need to think about your higher power, something bigger than you, the universe, God, whatever it is you want to call it, and then breathe and come back. Because if they're not in the present, then they're not going to get a right answer. The other thing that could be is that they need a different calibration. So like my mom, her yes is to the left and her no is to the right. So you have to kind of go, okay, maybe you have a different calibration. So let's ask those questions. Is left yes? And then her body, and she's like, oh yeah, that's weird. So it could just be, like the bottom of the, how water bottles, sometimes they don't stand up straight now because the plastic is thinner and they got to go off kilter. So it's probably just something to do with her foundation of her body. It doesn't go like that. So that's just something to think about in asking more questions. And it's nice to be able to do it in a group like this, because I had a midwife that told me, she goes, I can't midwife myself. I need a midwife if I were going through labor,
Yeah.
So sometimes we need each other kind of.
That's why I wanted to talk to you, because I was like, I kept trying to fix it and it wasn't helping me. And I thought, what do I do? So I should just come to class tomorrow. Or you said you were going to test for some oils.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
we're
talking about, so now we think it's your knee. So I'm going to talk about this. So Jeannie, your knee is bothering you. So will turmeric work to help Jeannie's knee? Yes. Does she need Aroma Touch blend too? No. So I got a yes on turmeric and no on Aroma Touch. Okay, now, should she put it on her foot? So turmeric on Jeannie's foot? Yes. That was a stronger yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I do it to make sure that the string, like if it's not doing this number, so I get a answer, is I'll just kind of start from the top and I move it down so that it's straight.
Yeah.
So, okay. Is there any other oils she needs? Yes. Which other ones have you been drawn to, Jeannie?
Well, I don't know. I've just been doing like on my knee and stuff. I've been doing deep blue, but I was thinking deep blue stick is probably better.
Okay, let's see. Does she need, for her knee and her foot, does she need deep blue stick? Yes.
What about past tense?
Okay.
That's
Are there past tense? Is there more oils that Jeannie needs for her knee and her foot? No.
Okay.
Let me see about past tense. Let me see if I get a different answer. Does Jeannie need past tense too? It went in a circle. Does Jeannie need past tense for her knee and her foot? Well, I got a yes, but it's kind of a, no, it's like going to a dead stop.
Yeah.
It's not clear. I got deep blue and turmeric, but it's a different way of doing it.
Hey.
So past tense is a blend. Maybe if you tested each oil, you'd know which one.
I know, that's what I was wondering about that too. Yeah. Good idea.
I think it's a good choice to do it Does anyone, you want to share, Shannon? How are you feeling?
I have not been sleeping all that great. So I've been doing peace, and just doing some practical things. So it's been going on for quite a while, like getting up at 3 o'clock or getting up at 1:30. It's kind of like working so hard during the day, so much on my mind, and then crashing at like 9 o'clock. And then thinking of everything I have to do. So getting up at 1:30 or 3 and trying to just stay in the bed. So I'm just trying to really do less. And even my sister was teasing me. She said, "You schedule yourself every minute of every second." She said, "Next week, can you just not schedule anything and just be?" And I started off that way, but then I'm like, wow, even if it's self-care, I still find myself filling up my day. And I'm like, wow. One of my therapists one time said that was like avoidance, like, always having to be super busy instead of dealing with whatever you can deal with.
Mhm.
So it's definitely a process, but that's something that I'm glad I'm aware of it, because usually if I don't sleep, I'm like, oh well, but now I'm kind of taking a deeper look into it.
That's good.
I would
It
love
kind
to
of-
tell you something my therapist told me last year. Well, actually, she didn't tell me. It was just my very first goal I ever had with her. And it was, because you sound like how I used to be as of a few months ago. And the phrase was, be satisfied with yourself.
Okay.
Satisfied with myself. I don't know. That is you said that, Kim, too. You said that word satisfied. And sometimes we're just never satisfied because we think we have to do more and more and more. And learning how to, that was my second goal, was to relax. And I didn't know how to do it. So really, it took me like 6 months to learn how to relax. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you for the insight.
Kim, were you the person that recommended the gifts of imperfection?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that came, that in the workbook came, and I thought, maybe that might help me to stop trying to be perfect, or, whatever, how
Yeah.
I've been in my life.
Expectations are so weird. Like there's this, I'm going to tell you a little, I sent somebody a package, but I forgot to tell them what they owed me. They're like, how can you send me a package? And I didn't think about writing in the total inside the card or anything. And now it's been a few days. So I'm like, in my mind, the first thing I thought of is, oh, she's going to send me the wrong amount. But I didn't tell her. So my expectation is, oh, she'll look it up and she'll figure it out. But that's me putting an expectation on her for my mistake. So there's stuff like that happens all the time, where we have expectations of other people that they would do based on how we were raised and our own thinking. And there's stuff that we expect of ourselves that's unreasonable. So if you can start looking for the imaginary expectations you have, then you can go, that's actually not good. I don't want that on me, like so I've been into doTERRA for 11 years, and I go to these, all these leaderships and these trainings, and the people go up there and they're like, I get X amount of work done before this time in the morning. And so somewhere that put some kind of spell on me of, you are supposed to get that much work done before 9 a.m. And I had to uncloak that I'm actually not quite functional until after 11 a.m. I'm just not.
Yeah.
So if I can remind myself of like what I'm actually capable of emotionally and energetically, and when are my peak like times of the day that I can actually do certain things, then I can remove that feeling. But I'm glad you brought up the sleep thing, because it's something I was thinking about over the weekend, that because my sleep has not been right either. And I've been playing with different recipes, and I started thinking about like if you have a pet rabbit, you know how rabbits are really sensitive, like super sensitive. So if you feed it the wrong thing, or people are talking too loud, or the temperature is not correct in the house, so weird things start happening to the rabbit, and people know. They're like, oh, the rabbit's losing its hair, it's stressed out, or it's got these things it's doing and its behavior, and people know that rabbits are really sensitive because they're prey animals. So I've started noticing things, that my digestion, these are things that I teach people. People ask me, they're like, what should I do for this? And I can tell them what to do, but I'm not doing it. Like I can tell them, like, I know exactly what will help you sleep. I know exactly what will help you do this. So I've decided to make a list of the things I've been thinking in my head that are the right things for me, that I've been saying I should do that, and then I don't. Or the things I would recommend to somebody else, and then I don't. So it's not a should list. It's I don't know. You have to find the right word that feels right to you.
Loving yourself more.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't write it as self-care because I do a lot of self-care, but it's just not the right kind of self-care. Like I need to start drinking more water. I need to go on a walk in the morning. I need to do my foot fitness. I need to do my breathing. The other things I put on my list, I have to think about. I have it written down in my phone, but there are things that other people ask me and I tell them the answer, and then I don't do it. So I know we all do that. We have things that we want to be doing for ourselves and we just don't do it. And it doesn't take much time. So I'm wondering, is it a symptom of, like, what's the word? Oh, it's not avoidance. It's if I were to do the things that make me feel good, like afraid of feeling better, because then maybe people wouldn't give me more attention. You know what I mean?
The other thing too, it made me think of Atomic Habits. Stop piling so much on and just make one new habit. Like in Atomic Habits, he said, if you want to meditate, then when you go to turn on your coffee in the morning or whatever, for that 60 seconds, take 60 seconds and meditate. And I was like, what a novel idea. And all it is you just get a habit like your teeth. You're always going to brush your teeth, but being more gentle on yourself and make atomic habits like atomic size habits, instead of saying, well, I need to do X, Y, Z, before I can feel good about myself. Instead, why couldn't we say, when I sit down at my desk, I'm going to take 3 deep breaths or whatever. Sometimes you have to remember too, because, people who have ADD and all that kind of stuff, sometimes we just forget. So I make little tent cards like this and leave them on my, I just fold a thing in half and I leave them on my desk so I can remember things, or I have alarms going off on my phones, or
That's a good idea. Well, so I picked up a blend in my bathroom this morning because I always like to do it before this class. I'm like, what oils am I drawn to right now? So we can look them up. Do you guys want to tell me? You want me to tell you mine first?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a throat roller that I made when I think I got sick or something and I made it, but I smelled it and I go, that is exactly what I need today. It's arbor vitae, eucalyptus, lime, and tea tree. I can send you the recipe, but it's I don't know. I guess it has to do with communication. There's stuff I want to say because the throat chakra, the energy of communication. But I'm going to look up arbor vitae real quick.
I was going to say arbor vitae is just one of my absolute favorite oils too. It's the oil of divine grace.
Arbor Vitae assists individuals who believe or act like all progress must be made through struggle and solitary effort. Oh. Instead of trusting in the divine, these individuals unconsciously block divine aid, choosing instead to live by their own efforts. Arbor Vitae addresses the need to control one's outcome in life. It invites individuals to live with peace and joy by trusting in the abundant flow of divine grace. Arbor Vitae is also grounding oil that teaches divinity is all around. God's grace can be felt and experienced here on earth. It is not distant or separate. God can help find balance in life and teach what to hold close and what to release. Oh, I'm so sweet. So
That's
I
awesome.
find that is just perfect for me today. And I do have a little bit of a sore throat, so it's just perfect. But what oils have you guys, were you like, oh yeah, like you've been using it all week long and maybe you hadn't taken time to look it up?
So I've been my big aha yesterday was I'm trying to run a humidifier all the time, and I put Whisper, Adaptive, and frankincense in it. It's wonderful.
Ooh.
Whisper is like my I've been drawn to Whisper big time lately, and it just smells really, really good. And I've been putting frankincense under my tongue. So I thought it would probably be good to diffuse it too. And I put the 3 in it, and it fills my whole hallway when I'm going up and down the stairs, and it just like draws me up. I stop thinking about my knees.
How nice.
Yeah.
Whisper, femininity. The benefits of Whisper are not limited to women only. While this blend possesses a strong femininity quality, female energy is often needed by both men and women. Whisper softens overly masculine individuals by getting them into touch with their feminine side, and encourages letting go of pride and tough exteriors and allows gentleness and emotional connection. It also particularly helpful when dealing with issues that manifest as anger, hostility, or resilience toward women. I like it a lot. Makes me want to use that blend. Good idea. So, do you guys want to do the Wim Hof?
Sure.
Okay, I like doing it, especially because you guys have put oils on, I saw. So it kind of gives your body a chance to use that chemistry to release emotions from your body.
It's been really fun using the app because I'm used to just hearing a voice. So it was funny to actually see him explaining and demonstrating. So thank you for the app. I really enjoy. I feel so good after I'm done.
Oh, good. Yeah, I love that guy's voice. Okay, let me share screen. I'll find it.
I haven't done this with you yet.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, so you might want to turn off your video and mute yourself if you want, because you're just, you're going to be breathing and you don't want to be on camera. Let me find it. I put it, oh, here, it's right here. Oops, did I exit out? If you want the one that's a little less time, then pick the one that says beginners, if you look this up later, because otherwise he goes for a minute on here. But I'll go ahead and do that for you guys.
The fasting mimicking diet is exactly what it says. It is a diet that makes your body believe that it is.
That rhythm. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. In, out, in, out, into the belly, into the chest, and let go. Like a wave. Make it circular. Fully in and letting go. Just keep on going. No pause between inhalation and exhalation. Ten more. Fully in. Let it go. Nice, deep, circular breaths. Five more. Let's give it all we got. Last one. Fully in. And on the exhale, stop. 1.5 minute breath hold from now on. Become aware of the blood running through your veins, your heart beating. Feel. Thirty seconds left. You are almost there. Do you want to prolong your breath hold? Pause the video now and continue when you feel the urge to breathe. All right. Breathe in and hold for 15 seconds. Exhale in 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Let your breathing return to normal as you finish up the round. Move your body bit by bit, starting with your fingers and your toes. Let your breathing normalize. If you liked this guided breathing session, we got more for you. Whatever it takes, relax. Are you ready? Here we go. Round number 1. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Just go with the flow of the breath. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Into the belly, into the chest, and let go. Like a wave. Make it circular. Fully in and letting go. Just keep on going. No pause between inhalation and exhalation. Ten more. Fully in, let it go. 5 more. Let's give it all we got. Last one. Fully in and let go. All right. 30 seconds breath hold from now on. Be in this moment. Let the body do what the body is capable of doing. Be aware of your heartbeat. Slow it down and just be in this moment. Okay, recovery breath in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in and hold for 15 seconds. Exhale in 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Round number 2. Breathe.
Okay, let me stop share. So I didn't realize it started in the middle of the video. That's why the breath hold was a minute. So I backed it up so we could get at least another round in, because usually we do 2 rounds together. So when I do it by myself, I do 4 rounds. So it's easier to have the app for that, because then you can just push the button. But you said you got the app, Shannon?
Yes, I have the app. I've been having a lot of fun.
Oh, good. I had something I wanted to share before we finish. It has to do with surrendering. And there was a story that I read in this ACA workbook. And it has to do with step 1. And step 1 is about deciding your life is unmanageable. And saying, I need your help. God, I need your help. So that was kind of where I was going with that story about the rabbit and feeling like, okay, like things aren't going well. My sleep isn't good. I'm stressed out. You know, that's a sign of unmanageability and pushing through. So I wanted to read you this little thing that it said. So it says, there's nothing noble in the struggle. And it's because we've been taught that to suppress emotion and keep pushing forward is stoic and admirable. That people that can push through and ignore their feelings, they are the stronger ones, which isn't true. Absolutely not true. Destroy and uncreate that. So here's what it says. I have been in situations where the outcome would have been better if I had just said, I can't do that. Instead, I took on the impossible, failed, and beat myself up for it. I would go without recreation, sleep, and food to keep myself focused on the task at hand. Relentlessly, I considered different perspectives until I found a way to get the job done. This depleted the energy I needed to survive. I began to withdraw from my family and friends. One day I was sitting on the carpet in my home office looking at piles of paper. I couldn't organize the papers or find the ones I needed. I couldn't get off the floor. I could only cry. I thought my life would never get better, and I wanted to die. My therapist said, when you learn you can't do it, then you've got a chance. So far, you keep finding more energy to keep trying. But the best thing for you is to just fall apart. Realize your life's unmanageable and understand that you can't do it at all. When my life got as bad as it could possibly get, I started coming to ACA. That's Adult Children of Alcoholics. I discovered I had taken step 1 by saying, I can't do this anymore. I quit. My life got better from that moment on. I had hit a bottom. While giving all you can is admirable, I have learned in ACA that it's better for me to know my capabilities and limitations. When I can't do something, I need to just let go. When I see my friends struggling now, I don't try to fix their lives for them. When they hit their bottom, they will let go and reach out for help as I did. I have finally discovered there's nothing noble in the struggle. I surrender. And there's something a friend told me yesterday. She came over and her husband and her are photographers, so we did underwater pictures in the pool. And she was telling me about her anxiety, and she told me what her therapist said to her, that it's coming out now because your body's ready for it to come out. And releasing it means, and being okay with it and surrendering to the process means you're allowing these things to come out. And that gave me comfort, because it made me realize that anxiety and things like this, it has to do with your readiness, your body's willingness to release it instead of holding on to it stoically. So it gave me a feeling of like, oh yeah, I need to just surrender and allow the physical responses and the emotions to leave my body, instead of saying, no, I'm not going to do this, because then it's stopping the process. It reminds me of, I've had friends that were going through menopause and they were taking the meds to keep the hot flashes from coming. It was like prolonging the menopause, because they were taking all the stuff to make it stay away instead of just letting it process and go through. So I hope that helps you guys with whatever it is you're going through. That as soon as we say, I can't do this on my own, and you tell God that, and then God goes, well, yeah, remember I was helping. So
Yeah. Can I say, wait, did you write that, what you just read to us?
no, it came from, it's a story from this workbook. It's called Adult Children of Alcoholics. It's a 12-step workbook. It's pretty big. But I enjoy it. And it's not just for people that grew up with parents with addiction problems. It's for any dysfunctional upbringing that you're trying to deprogram yourself from.
So where did you get it? Can I get
Amazon.
it?
I got it from Amazon.
Oh,
Yeah, but the questions, I think Deidre, you got it, huh? The questions on step 1, they're like, okay, so who was the one that was sick all the time? And I'm like, oh my God, it's my mom. And then, because that's what happened to me. When I need a break, my body breaks down. And that's the only time I can say I can't do it. And I've worked, through COVID and
Yeah.
everything, I've finally been able to figure out my physical and emotional boundaries,
yeah.
But yeah, it's real interesting. So
Well, it seems like, Heavenly Father helps us get to the point where, whichever way whichever way he needs to be able to get in deeper, it doesn't matter how spiritual and wonderful you are. There,
yeah.
it took my son dying to, to get to a point where I finally learned how to relax. And I'm a really spiritual person, and I have been my whole life, and I've always depended on God, but he just wanted me to do more. So, we can all, it's like he doesn't want a part of our hearts. That's the point. And he knows that you can do more. And because with him, you can. Yeah. But you don't have to feel stressed about it. It's not that kind of more, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I really love that. I would love it if you want to take a picture and send it to me, but I want to get that book.
I'll bring it to Steph's.
Yeah.
Steph's house.
It's beautiful.
Jeannie and I are going to be in Arizona later in March. So I plan on bringing all the tools.
Oh, good. Thank you. I went and got the turmeric and the other stuff. So thank you for helping me with that.
Welcome, you guys. Well, I'm so glad that we got to do this together, and I'll see you. Well, are you guys coming tomorrow for footsies?
Yeah. Is it the same link?
Yeah, it's I was the same link. I can't
What
keep track
time
of
is it tomorrow?
Did I set it for 9:30? Yeah, it's 9:30.
Okay, I'll put it on my calendar. I know you sent the homework stuff, and I do have questions about that. But anyway,
Just call me.
okay.
Okay, have a good day, you guys.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
See ya.